Welcome or welcome back to my channel, 310 Stitcher. My name is Jade and I'm here today with an update. It's been a couple of weeks. Today is March 3rd, and it has been a couple of weeks and I have about 13 projects to show you. So there's been a lot of stitching, not huge amounts on any one individual projects, but a decent amount. So anyway, like I said, welcome or welcome back. I'm glad you're here and I appreciate you're here. If this is your first time catching my channel, then I hope you find something that you like and you stick around. If you haven't yet, it would be great if you hit the like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. So without further ado, what do I have to show you today? I'm just looking down at my notes here. I have a finished object. That is super exciting because we don't get many of those around here. Since I'm mainly a full coverage stitcher, we don't get many finishes in it typically from year to year. So I have one finish. I have 4 projects that are projects that I work on every week for the most part. I have 2 projects to show you for my Hogwarts game, and then I have 2, 4, 5 projects to show you for my alphabet stitching, and then 1 new start. So lots to go through. Sorry for the shaking. I hope that's not, I don't know why that's happening. Okay, let me just take a sip. Also, about the retreat this August. So if, in case this is the first time you're watching this, or you haven't been back for a while, I run a retreat in, this year it's going to be the weekend of August 14th to 16th. And it's in Ottawa, Ontario. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. This will be the 2nd year that we run it. There, believe it or not, there are still a few spaces left. Not a whole ton, but there are a few spaces left. So if you haven't yet, and particularly if you like Nora Corbett and you would like to meet her, she will be at our retreat. So there will be a meet and greet, and there will be a question and answer period and all that with Nora. So I hope to see you there. All right, so I just wanted to give you that info. In the description box down below, there will be the website for the retreat where you can register and get instructions and find out all about what's going on and all the wonderful vendors that are going to be there. So, all right, let's go. I'm really excited to show you my finished object. So let's start with that. I will show you what this is supposed to look like because this is finished. And I don't know if you guys will guess, but this is the Chronicles of Narnia. So I still haven't washed it. As you can see, the grid lines are still on there, so I have to wash those out. Yeah, I have to wash those out, but the rest is there. Doesn't it look so great? So since the last time you saw this, I put in 710 cross stitches and then all of the back stitch. So all of the branches, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There's some stuff around the stars and the footprints and the lamp. Anyways, and the names, of course, Pevins. There's and all of their names. That's all backstitched in the yellow as well. But anyway, I'm so excited. So this project was, I just give you info about it. So this project was the stitch along. I don't know if it was maybe 2023 from the Stitching Book Club. You can't get this anymore because they had a limited number of licenses, and those went really quick. I was just really lucky to, I was really lucky to get one of those and be able to participate. But it kind of sat for a long time on its own without me doing anything about it. And then this year I decided to, I was going to bring this out and do sort of 2 threads, you know, at least once or twice a week. I would like to say every day, but you know, some weeks I only did once or maybe twice. So, but I finally got it done. So I got the cross stitching done a few days ago, and then yesterday I finished the stitching that I was working on, and then I was like, oh, I wasn't looking forward to the back stitch, but I was like, I really want to get this finished. So I did. So I'm excited about that. Put my initials and the date as well at the bottom. So I have to wash this and cut it down to size, and then find a frame for it. And so next time you see this, it'll be a fully finished object, which I'm also not great at doing. So who knows how long that's going to be. But anyways, I'm excited about that. All right, let's put that there. Okay, so that was my finished object. Let's go from finished object to new start. So my new start is from Stitches So Beautiful. It is called Between the Past and the Future. It is by Eder Jose Rosa. I'll pop a picture in here of what that will look like when it's finished. And this is where I got to on my new start. So this is being done, I didn't tell you, Chronicles of Narnia is being done on 14 count, 2 over 1 full cross. This one is being done on 25 count, 2 over 1 half cross, because I find the coverage works. So I put in 1,017 stitches for a total of 1.11%. And I only have to repeat this 99 more times. There's about 92,000 stitches in this. So there's my new start. I'm really looking forward. I really like the coverage that 2 over 1 gives on 25 count. I like a full looking coverage, and I still have to. I have a bunch of fabrics now that I need to sew the edges, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But anyway, so that's that one. Okay, so that was my new start. Now let's go to my Hogwarts game, and for that I need my notebook. So pardon my reach here. I should have grabbed that before. Okay, so the last time I saw you, I was on the very last location of chapter 1 in Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone, which was the front porch at 4 Privet Drive. And that project was the Cougar, which is this one here. It's not a stamped kit, it is a counted cross stitch kit with 14 count Ada. There you go. I've had a couple of people ask me where I got this. I have no idea. I've had this for several years, and I tried looking to see if I could find it, but I couldn't find it. I'm sure I got it off of either Etsy or AliExpress, maybe. I don't know, but I love that. Okay, so for my Hogwarts game, which by the way is based off of Milestone Manor, which is from Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I have adapted her game for the location. So I'm reading the Harry Potter books and writing down, writing down in each chapter at all the locations that that are discussed. And then I'm doing the same thing as Jessie's game, where you use D&D dice to figure out how many stitches. Each one of my locations has a project associated with which has a certain number of hit points. And so like I said, it was Cougar, and I had to do 1,330 stitches. And if I took a picture of what it looked like before, I'll pop it in here. But this is what it looks like now. It's really starting to fill in. When I started this game, I only had the top 100 stitch block in. And now I'm at now I'm at 62.4% of this first page. There's 4 pages total. Isn't it looking so good? I'm excited. This is also being, so I think I said this already, it's being done on 14 count, 2/1 full cross. Looks so good. So how many did I actually do? So I had to do 1330. I did 1374. So did I get any, where am I going to put this? I'll put this here. Did I get any experience points? Why, yes, I did. In fact, I got 3. So I got one for zeroing out 3 colors. Then I zeroed out another 3 colors. So that's 2. And then I hit 10% of the overall project. So that was another one. So I got 3. And so I'm at 5 out of 6. Sorry, 5 out of 7, 6 out of 7 XP. So I only need 1 more in order to level up. And I'm at 5 out of 6 hit points. So it'll be interesting to see whether I actually lose all my health and have to respawn, or whether I actually get to level up with this next project. So the next project that I had to work on is the first location in chapter 2, and that is the cupboard under the stairs. And that project, where is it? I have to get it. I forgot it. Okay, sorry. I gathered everything except for this one project, which was out in my living room. So for the cupboard under the stairs, I had to do 2,320 stitches. I'm not there yet. I have done 831 stitches so far, which isn't, I mean, nothing to, it's nothing to sneeze at, but I still have about 1,500 stitches to go. So that's where we are. So there is some done down here as well, but for the most part, I was just, there's a bunch of ninja stitches up in here, and for the most part, that's part of the reason why it's been taking so long, because I just started from the top and picking symbols that were still missing, and then working them down. What I'll probably do though, because I just want to get a lot of stitches in, this is not my favorite project to work on by any stretch of the imagination. So what I'm probably going to do is pick like the solid red square and work on just bulk stitching that, because I want to get this project out of here. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we are. So from back here, it doesn't look too bad. You can kind of see that, you know, there's kind of her face and her wings. I think it could benefit from some backstitching once it's done. And then there's a little dragon here. But yeah, I mean, it's not great. And this was one of the first printed kits that I ever got. I had no idea, you know, what the quality was going to be like or anything like that. And it was I bought a lot of these at a time when I couldn't see. I couldn't see properly, and it definitely had no hand-eye coordination, so the 14 count was good. And it was also good that I didn't have to follow a pattern. I could just see the colors, and those are very easy to see. But what I'm thinking about doing with this is finishing it, but then maybe making a bag out of it. I don't know, because I won't care if it gets, you know, a little bit roughed up or worn, because it's, you know, it's just a stamped kit, which with not a very fantastic clear image, shall I say. So anyway, so I still have 1,500 stitches to do. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it done. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get a milestone, but I realized also that putting in a stamp kit into this game may not have been the best idea, because although I am counting the stitches, I don't know what percentage I'm at. I would have to like go through and like really calculate that out. So I don't know. I might even like, I'll finish these stitches, but then I may swap the cupboard under the stairs for something else. Although I think it only comes up a couple more times at least. So yeah. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I'll just put that down there. All right, so those were the 2 Hogwarts. So I'm not going to the next location yet until I finish my 2,320 stitches. But then the next one after that, I'm super excited about, because and then we go from the cupboard under the stairs, we go into the hallway, and my hallway project is catching rays. And then into the kitchen, which my kitchen project is DNA and Cupid. So I'm super excited for those. All right. Okay, next. Let's go to my alphabet game next. So the last letter I had finished with was the letter E. So I did my Everyday Witches Familiar Raven. And so now, of course, I'm on F. I have a lot of projects that start with the letter F. So I have 5 to show you, but I'm not finished. There's still going to be 4 more to finish. So bear with me for 1 sec here. I didn't put these in proper order. All right, so the first project. So for these projects, so just again, in case you're new, with my alphabet stitching, what I do is I take all of my projects that start with a particular letter, and I put in at least 500 stitches into them before I move on to the next one. And I won't move on to the next letter until I go through all of my projects with that letter. So I just wanted a way of showing, you know, being able to go through all of my projects and make sure that at least all of them get some work done. 500 stitches is good, because it's a number that I can typically get through in 1 or maximum 2 stitching sessions. And that's 500 regardless of whether it's half cross or full cross. Sorry, sore throat. So, okay. So I have 5 here to show you. Okay, so the first one is the flower sampler, and I will pop a picture in here if I can find one. And I'll also pop in a picture of what it looked like before, because I actually did remember this time. So you'll see the picture of what it looked like before, and then this is what it looks like now. Well, I mean, there's the whole thing. So I had started off doing the, so previously I had all the border done, and then I had sort of that, well, you'll see in the picture anyways, but kind of that, and then these little things. So this time I focused on, I basically just came out this way. So I put in 533 stitches on this. So I'm at 20.2%. So I'm at 4,997 stitches out of 24,788. This does not look like 5,000 stitches to me. It's so deceiving. But anyway, I'm doing this on 22 count even weave. Where's my thread? One sec. I'm doing this on 22 count even weave with sulky variegated thread. And in case you're curious for the number, it's there. Yeah, so I'm really loving this. Really loving this. Even though if you know me at all, you know samplers are not my thing, but I really like this. I think with samplers, I think what I don't like more than anything is letters. I don't like doing letters. Okay, so that's that one. The next one I have to show you is called, oh, and sorry, with the flower sampler, I don't remember. I got it on Etsy. I don't remember what the shop is called. I'll have to, if I can find it, I'll put it down below. But again, it's one that I got at least 1 or 2 years ago. Okay. The next one is Fog in the Evening Park. So this is artwork by Leonid Afremov. Yes, it's by Artisy. And like I said, artwork by Leonid Afremov. I'm doing this on 28 count Lugana. Is it? Yeah, it is 28 count Lugana. 2/1 half cross. And I put in 516 stitches. I'm at 0.39% for a total of 937 stitches out of 243,100. Okay, so I started this project on 2/1 half cross, and I had done this little, like a lot of this, and I have since realized that 2/1 half cross on 28 count is just too it's too bulky. It kind of makes the fabric a little bit wavy. That's what I experienced on a couple of other projects like Honeymoon Sunset. So I have now moved to doing full cross. So it's 1/1 full cross is what I'm doing this on now. All right, so that's 2. The next one I really like. Oh, not quite. Okay, so the next one is called Forest Witch's Corner. I'll pop a picture in here of what it looks like. And I'll also pop a picture in of where it was at the last time, if I can find a picture. And this is where we are now. So I put in 504 stitches. I'm at a total of 2.1%, or 670 stitches out of 31,500. You can see it's not that big. And I'm doing this 2/1 half cross on 16 count linen, which I dyed myself. So yeah, I'm really enjoying. I really enjoyed working on this. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is one of my favorites, and really should come out a little bit more. So this is Fortune Teller by Lula Bell. It was done by Charting Creations. I put in 520 stitches, so I'll show you a picture of what it looked like, or sorry, what it will look like when it's finished. And I'll pop a picture in of what it looked like before I started. If I can find one. And this is where we are now. So with my 520 stitches, which I put in, I mainly just added more black. I was really tempted to come over here and do her other eye, but I was good. I think this is looking so good. So this is being done 2/1 half cross on 25 count. Yeah, it's looking so good. This needs to come out more often. Definitely. Okay. One more F to show you for this week. This project is Fairy Tale Cottage. The artwork is by Abraham Hunter, and this is charted by the Cross Stitch Studio. Whether you can still get it there or not, I don't know. I haven't looked. But yeah, it's called Fairy Tale Cottage. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like, or what it will look like when it's finished, and a picture of what it looked like the last time. And this is where it is now. So I put in 537%. I'm at 0.5% of the whole project. So there are a total of 3,335 stitches out of 721,523 stitches. This one definitely needs to come out more. If I have a hope of ever getting it done, and I really would like to get this one done. Yeah. Okay, so that's all the F's. I'll show you the remaining F's at the end when we discuss plans. Okay, so now let's go to my regular projects. First up, in a scroll frame, I have too many things on my desk here in front of me. All right, first up in a scroll frame is Veil of Death. The artwork is by Chris Ortega and it was charted by Haid. I'll put in a picture of what it will look like when it's finished one day. And a picture of what it looked like before. And here's where it is now. So I had decided a while back to just complete all the black first in this area. And then I'll come back and fill in the colors. So I put in, since the last time you saw this, I put in 760 stitches, mainly in here, because I'm just sort of carrying. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Over here, all over here. So this project is at 17.2% complete. So there are 67,263 stitches out of 390,825. I thought I saw a line for a minute, but I think it's just a trick of the light. There shouldn't be because I'm with cross country. So this is being done on 25 count, even weave, 2/1 half cross. I had a question as to where this frame is from. I just bought it on Amazon. It's one of the popular, I don't remember what it's called actually, and there's nothing written on it. But it's just one of the popular things. Does it keep things super tight? No, it doesn't. I have to keep like the screws loosen, and so I have to, every time I go to work on it, I have to like retighten it. So anyways, for some reason I'm thinking American Standard, but that is plumbing fixtures, not this, I don't think. Okay, that's one. Next. All right, the next one I want to show you is my favorite project out of all, and it is, of course, Sunset in Venice. And the artwork is by Dominic Davidson. I'm just trying to corral some of the park threads here. The artwork is by Dominic Davidson, and it's a Haid. This is the first Haid I ever bought. Okay. I'll pop a picture in of what it will look like when it's finished, and what it looked like the last time. If I can find one. And this is where we are now. So, as you can see, I pretty much, there was a whole bunch of ninja stitches in here, and that's what I did. I just started at the top and started working my way down. The first page, this is 2 pages plus a little bit more, but anyways, 2 full pages. I think the page ends somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. So I still have a few more, but yeah, it's looking so good. So good. I just noticed the my little hummingbird is sitting on the prow of the gondola. This hummingbird needle minder is from Rocky Mountain Needle Minders, who, by the way, will be at the retreat. But anyway, so I'm still trying to do 1,000 stitches a week on this minimum. I don't remember. I would tell you when I want this to be finished by, but my computer is, yeah, the web pages are not responding. So Anyway, so yes, I'm trying to put in 1,000 stitches a week. I have not, you know, I haven't done that every single time, but every single week. But since the last time you saw this, I put in 1,033 stitches. I'm now at a total of 44.2%. And there's a total of 133,352 stitches out of 301,600. Yeah, it goes all the way across the top. Anyways, I am so excited. So I'm not moving this Q-snap. I'm going towards the end, and then parking some of the thread. So I'm gonna finish this, you know, this little page, which is almost done, and I'm gonna finish this page, and then I'll move the Q-snap, and I probably will start back on the left hand side at the, you know, at the very top, and work my way all the way across. I think is what I'm gonna do. I need to pull this out. I haven't not done that yet. Okay, into my bin. My next project that I work on, that I try to work on every week, is by Pain Free Crafts. It is Dragons of the Sabbat. I will pop a picture in of what it will look like when it's finished. And I'll pop a picture in of what it looked like the last time you saw it. Oh. What did I do? Do you guys ever do this? I went to move the needle minder, and I just moved it, and I forgot there's a magnet on the back. So I don't know where the magnet is now. I'll have to see if I can. I gotta find that before my cat comes back in here. I don't want him swallowing magnets. Okay, and this is where we are now. So, in case you haven't been here long, I had completely finished the blue dragon last year. This year, I'm planning on, my goal is to do 2 dragons, starting with the purple one. And as well as the dragon itself, I'm also going to be doing the, you know, the circle with the spokes in the middle. And that's pretty much where I focused, I think. I just started at the top, and I'm kind of working my way, I guess kind of like a type. I basically picked the topmost left stitch that needs to be done, and I pick that color, and then I finish my thread wherever it goes. And if I need to cut the thread and then start somewhere else, I'll do that. So I finish the whole thread, and then I'll go back up to the top, pick the next symbol, and so on. So yeah, so that's why a lot of this and the purple is new. So this project, I put in 1,254 stitches in since the last time you saw this, and I'm at 47.3%. There are a total of 285,658 stitches out of the total 604,000. So this is from Pain Free Crafts. It's no longer available on Pain Free Crafts. I won't undo it right now, but you can get a version of it. Actually, you can get 2 versions of it on Hade. They're both smaller than this one, but yeah, it's awesome. I don't think I said the artwork is by Anne Stokes. Yeah. So that is that. Okay. Put that back in my bin. Okay, so one more, and I need to grab this. Okay, so my next one is 6 Portals, which is artwork by Rose Kahn, and it was charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is the full 6 portals. The last time you saw this, it was in a Q-snap. I have since, because it didn't fit with the whole fabric, it didn't fit on my scroll bars, but I realized that I had a ton of extra fabric on one side, so I was able to cut some and actually fit it on this painting fairy scroll bar. So let me show you. If I could do this without breaking anything. Okay. So there's portal 1. This is loose, by the way. As you can see, I do that myself in between working on them. It actually, this frame gives drum tight tension. Okay, this is portal 2. This is portal 3. This is portal 4. Portal 5, which I can't see. I don't know if you can see. It's very light blue. There's about 1,800 stitches in there. Portal 5, and then portal 6. So this time around, I worked on portal 4, which is right here. And I just picked one color and just worked that all the way across. I put in 1,251 stitches in portal number 4. So there are a total of 8,989 stitches out of the total 964,800 stitches. This is my second largest project. So there's the, you can see the painting fairy scroll bars. Okay, let me put this. Okay, so that yeah, that frame is as tall as I am, so it's a little awkward, especially when you don't have a ton of space around you. I have my stitching stand here. I've got a light over here and another chair, and anyways, yeah, so I'm really enjoying having that project now on those scroll bars and on my painting fairy stand as well over here, because it just makes it so much easier to work on. Like I said, I loosened it. I loosen it when I'm done working for the day, and then I just retighten it when I'm ready to work on it again. But basically, what I'm doing, I'm keeping track in this notebook. So when I started the first portal, I had put in like 1,600 stitches, and then there were varying. Every time I worked on it, every day after that, I worked on a different portal, so they all have different amounts. So what I'm doing is working my way across. I've got portal 1, portal 2. It's basically a page for each portal, and I'm making sure that they all have between 1,600 and 1,700 stitches. So portal 4, which I just showed you, now has 1,688 stitches. Portal 5 right now only has 606 stitches, so that will be my next one. So I have to put in about 1,000 stitches there. Portal 6 has about 1,629 stitches. So from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to portal 1, which right now has 1,600 stitches. I'm going to go up to 2,000 stitches, and then make sure they all are at 2,000 stitches, and then I'll come back and I'll do 2,500, and I'll just do that. So that way I'm working on all of them consistently, equally, consistently. I don't know what the best word to describe that is, but I don't know, just makes sense in my head. And with this project, like, there are a lot of people working on this project, and one of the things that I really love is seeing how everyone is working on them differently. So I'm doing cross country, as you can see. Sort of right now I'm at kind of an extreme cross country, shall we say, and working all the way across. Some people are focusing on one portal and just like sort of filling it in all the way down. People have started on different portals. Anyway, I'm just really enjoying seeing what everybody is doing. So I'm so happy that I'm so happy that I bit the bullet on getting this project and working on it. Okay, so that is all the projects. That's all the whips I have to show you. Editing Jade here. I forgot a project. I forgot one project, and that's because it was still on my stand, because I'm still working on it. So I have decided to join the Stitches So Beautiful March Challenge. I haven't been able to participate for the past few months, but I am going to participate this month. So the Stitches So Beautiful Challenge is essentially, I think you have to sign up by March 1st, so you're no longer able to sign up, but look out for the post in April. But anyway, so you do a minimum of 250 full crosses or 500 half crosses a week for the month. And at the end of, or I guess early in the following month, you get a free pattern. Anyways, this month's pattern is a leprechaun. I don't know whether I would ever stitch it, but I just wanted to participate. So I do really like it. But anyways, the pattern that I'm stitching of Stitches So Beautiful is the Salty Bitch. And I'll pop a picture in of what that will look like when it's finished. And what it looked like before. And here's what it looks like now. It will look very much similar. I've only put in about 200 stitches so far out of the 500 I have to do, and most of it has been in this cream color. Yeah, you can see the thread still there. Cream color all the way up here. Cream white, I don't even remember. I think that's 3866 or 65. Anyway, so yeah, so I am working on this, and hopefully the next time I come, I'll be able to show you more in the darker colors that are actually visible, as opposed to all that's not visible. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that. Bye. That was a lot. We're about 45 minutes in, which is actually, I'm surprised it's not as long as I would have thought. But anyway, so let's talk about plans really quick. So let's talk first the alphabet stitching. So I'm still on the letter F. I don't know why I keep saying so, I'm sorry. I'm still on the letter F, and I have 4 projects to go. I'll show you this where they are now, and I'll pop a picture in. So the first one is called Foxglove Ball. This is artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Hayde. I'll pop a picture in of what that will look like when it's finished. And here's where it is so far. So this is also being done on 25 count, 2/1 half cross. And you can see, look, the coverage is beautiful. It's amazing on 25 count. So that's the first one. That will get, these will all get 500 stitches. The next one is a Dimensions Gold. Yeah, Dimensions Gold collection. This is the Fall Fairy. This one has a story to it. So I tend to, and actually there's going to be two more projects. The next two projects as well are ones that I started, I was super gung-ho about, and then I made a mistake, and then another mistake, or I made it worse, and then they've sat on my shelf. So it's kind of good that the alphabet stitching is kind of forcing me to get back to them. But this is where this is so far. So I have no idea how many stitches that is, but I'm really hoping. I don't even remember what the mistake is. So I don't know. I'll do my best to get 500 stitches in there. I feel like I have fluff in my eye. Okay, the next project is also Dimensions kit. Sorry, I feel like I have fluff in my eye. Okay, the next one is also Dimensions kit, but I swapped out the fabric. I can't stitch on black fabric. And it's called The Finery of Nature. So I'll pop a picture in of what that looks like. Or what it will look like when it's finished. And this is where we are now. So, as you can see, I was working on this. By the way, this is being done on 22 count. As you can see, this is being done cross country. And I think when I come back to it, I'm going to switch it up. So I was thinking seriously about just UFOing this project, but I do like it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one. I think there's 4 quadrants. I'm just going to pick one and just maybe fill in that one. So not do cross country anymore. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So it's The Finery of Nature. And then one more. This is called Funky Chickens. And I'll pop a picture in of what these will look like when they're finished. They're just little fobs, scissor fobs. So there's 3 of them. 2 of them are complete. I just have to cut them out and then do the fully finishing them. And then the third one is there, and I have to unfortunately rip out half of this, which is not really that big a deal. It's not that many stitches, but I'm also thinking about seeing if I can fudge it. So I don't know. We'll see. It might just be a smaller. Smaller chicken. I don't know, or a lopsided chicken. That's okay. I don't know that I care enough to rip it out when I have 2 other full ones. So this is by Satsuma Street. And yeah, because I don't think I said that. This one says, "Oh, for Cluck's sake." This one says, guess what, chicken butt. And then this one will say, what the cluck. So they're cute. These are the eyes of the chickens. Okay, so 500 stitches will almost get this finished if I don't rip it out. So we may have another finish coming up soon. That would be great. That would be really great. Okay, so that is the remaining Fs. For my Hogwarts game, of course, I have to do, still have to do 1,500 stitches of Woodland Fairy before I can move on to Catching Rays, which I'm so excited about. And I have been working on one thing. So if you've been working with, there's my memorabilia stash. I don't know why I bought so many, but anyways. So I had previously completed this one, Royal Games 2, which is the Queen of Diamonds and the Queen of Clubs. And I wanted to, I just noticed that, look, in the picture, they took a picture of the frame and it's lopsided, it's slipped. I don't know, maybe that's just, it must be just shine. But anyway, so I've completed this one. And I also want to do its companion piece, which is the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Spades. But one of the things I realized, so the charts come in like these big sheet of paper. And one of the things I really had trouble with is trying to work on it on paper. So I didn't mark the original chart up. I just took pictures, made a working copy, I should say. And then I was highlighting as I was going, but I was getting really confused and I made a bunch of mistakes. So what I decided to do, and like the one thing, it's not that I hate working on paper, but I dislike that, you know, oftentimes like you'll go through, being a cross-country stitcher, I will go through and do all of one color, but then, and put that color away, and then I come back and I realize, oh, you know, at some point later, I realized I've got one single stitch of that same color, which I had put away, and now it's a ninja stitch, which is a pain in the butt. So what I am doing is I'm recharting it. So I'm recharting it in my cross stitch program. So I'll have a pattern that can work with Saga or markup RXP. I'm actually gonna do both. So yeah. So I think that will make it a lot easier, because then all the colors will be automatically selected for me. I won't be missing any, and it will also be a lot easier for me to not get so confused or lost in the pattern. So that's something I just worked on it. Like I said, I just worked on this the other day, and the highlighted sections is what I have already input. But I'm not going to start stitching on it until I get at least one whole lady, because I want to start, I'll start in the middle. Yeah, I'll start in the middle, so we'll go from there. But anyways, yeah, so that's one thing that I'm working on. That's it for other than continuing to put in my 1,000 stitches or more into my focus pieces, which includes Dragons, Sunset in Venice, I would like to put in at least 500 stitches in Coliseum, and also Home Sweet Home has been neglected, and that's really unfortunate because it just means that the ending date is just going to keep sliding, and so I need to pull it out. It's just that the section I'm in is just so much confetti and ninja stitches that it's just a real pain in the butt. And this whole issue that I was telling you about, where some of the stitches get missed, that is my issue on that pattern as well, because it didn't go into Markup RXP properly, and so only the first half of the chart is works properly, and then on the second half of the chart, which is where I am now, I have to manually select them. So again, same thing, right? I keep finding one-offs here and there. So yeah, so I have to power through, but anyways, okay. So that's that. And then in terms of haul, I only have one thing, which is thread from the Painting Fairy. So I wanted to just try this out. I had gotten, I should say, I had, you know, with every time you order something from Painting Fairy, they usually include, well, they have every time for me so far is included a skein of one of their flosses, and I quite liked it. It is fully, it's 100% cotton, and so I did order a full set, and I want to do a couple of things. I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a scrap piece of fabric, which probably actually from what I have to cut off for Chronicles of Narnia. I think that'll work. I'm going to get a scrap piece of fabric, and I am going to do side by side DMC, the CXC, and the Painting Fairy, and just for the same colors, right? I'll do 2 or 3, and I just want to show, well, I want to see for myself, confirm for myself, and also show you what the differences are. Obviously, DMC is fully cotton. So is the Painting Fairy floss. CXC is a combination, so it's a blend of cotton and poly, which is fine. The poly just makes it stronger. It does give it a softer feel, which I personally like. And it's a little bit, the CXC definitely is thicker than the DMC. I don't know about the Painting Fairy floss yet, how that compares in terms of thickness and coverage. So that's one of the things that I want to do one of these nights. Anyway, I've kept you guys for almost a full hour. If you're still here, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will see you, I don't know, either 1 week or 2 weeks from now. It depends on how much stitching I manage to get done. And yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening in my life, so it's been a really busy couple of weeks, and I think probably the next couple of weeks are also going to be extremely busy. So yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks, I think, more than likely. But let me know what your favorite project of mine is, and also let me know what you guys have been working on. I love being enabled to. So you know, as much as you guys are enabled by me, I love hearing what you guys are working on, what your favorite projects are, and then I typically go and find, like, go look them up because I'm curious. There is one chart that I have been looking at. I haven't bitten the, what's the word? I haven't hit buy yet. It's Stitches So Beautiful pattern, which has a cat in it and a heart and whatnot, and it's beautiful. So I may do that. I may get that at some point. I don't know. We'll see. And I do have new starts still that I want to make. Oh, part of what I'm going to do is when each time I level up in my Hogwarts game, I think that is when I'm going to allow myself to start something new. Not strictly just to that. If I want to start something, I'm going to start something. But if I do level when I do level up, I will also allow that to be another occasion when I can start something new. And there's still a number of projects that I want to start. Anyways, I hope that wherever in the world you are, you're happy, healthy, safe, that you have enjoyed your stitching, and I wish you all the best. Till next time, bye.